this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the CapesandLunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Comics Illustrator Ron Friends, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I'm here for Peter.
If any statement was ever true, that was that one. Well, welcome back, kids, to another edition of the Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that woman who's hunting down criminals left and right. It is...
Or should I say, duh?
We're going to be talking about that other female kicking butt, Silver Sable. This time from her first appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 265 and Amazing Spider-Man 280 and 281.
Wait, they didn't waste any time doing this.
Oh, she must have been popular. But,
a female in a scantily clad suit. Where have we seen that before?
Although they exercise some restraint, I mean,
she is an older woman.
Her outfit could be more revealing.
Could stand to pull the zipper down a little bit. I agree.
How? I mean, I think she does show a little cleavage. What, that first one? But like,
okay, fine. I'll be
no.
She could show some belly button, a la Talia al Ghul.
Ankle.
Ankle. I didn't know you were in the Amish. Showing a little wrist and ankle there.
What's this? Clip clop, bang bang. Irish drive or Amish drive-by shooting. All right.
You live in Quaker country. You better knock it off.
Okay, Charlie. I live near
Quaker host man's gonna pull up to your house, bro.
What are you talking about? I live near Pittsburgh, land of the hoagie and the.
Bro, they're right outside your town.
And the Inzers.
You don't know that?
No, I know. Oh, please. There's like somebody with like a barn on their property nearby, and like couple weeks ago, like there was like, I don't know, it was like falling apart. I don't know if they're like rebuilding the whole thing or part of it. But there's just like a whole army of like Amish men outside.
It's
like
probably Mennonites actually. They are actually known. Amish people are more for like small goods.
Yep. All right, so yes, we're going to cover those Amazing Spider-Man issues, and I want to talk some current stuff, including what's coming in. Was it May?
Hell.
Hey.
Flip indeed, sir.
I said what's coming in May. Anyway, this is
to quote Justin Timberlake, it's gonna be May.
See if you're brave enough to say that in a few weeks. Anyway, I feel like you're gonna say that's what Otto said. Anyway, all right, so let's jump in so we can get to the upcoming tragedy. All right, all right, let's get to Silver Sable's first appearance from Amazing Spider-Man 267. Oh, hey, and the Black Fox is back.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think Black Cat, like Felicia Hardy's Black Cat, as written by Jed McKay, is like kind of like...
Maybe. I know it's not the one written by Zeb Wells. The internet does not.
Not that we don't love Zeb.
Well, yes, but the internet is not liking that, including myself. All right. So Amazing Spider-Man 265 from June 1985. Oh, jeez. Lilith is not quite born yet. All right.
I'm not even a twinkle.
I know there's a porn tape joke in there somewhere. All right. Oh God, this title, After the Fox.
I just love the cover. Oh man, Black Fox is back and Spidey's gotta save him. That's how I read it in my head.
I know.
I hate the Black Fox.
I think it's kind of probably somewhat. What is that?
It's giving the Murtaugh effect. Obviously, one last job.
Getting too old for
this. I'm not going to retirement. I'm like, bro, this is Lethal Weapon for sure.
Writer Tom DeFalco. penciler, friend of the show, Ron Friends.
This is Comics Illustrator Ron Friends, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I knew it was coming.
Inker Joseph Rubenstein, colorist Bob Sharon, letterer Phil Felix, and editor Jim Owsley.
Hoo-hoo! Sure to be a hoot and get time.
No, Jim Owsley, a.k.a. Christopher Priest.
I
know.
Anytime there's an owl like with Justin, it's hootiful. It's a hootiful thing.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
My owl sounds like a rooster.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
The Black Fox is selling a valuable diamond to his fence, Andre Bourdion. While going over the details, Andre asks if the rumors of the Black Fox's retirement are true. The Fox confirms this, telling his friend that after his next heist, he is going to retire indefinitely. Bourdion suggests that they have a toast to Fox's career. However, the celebration is interrupted by the sudden arrival of the police. Andre tells the Fox to make a run for it, but the police come bursting through the front door, grabbing the jewels, and the Black Fox covers his escape with a gas bomb and leaps out a nearby window.
That wasn't a weapon. That was just his oldness turning. Oh, wait. I have a chicken joke.
Okay. A chicken joke?
Yeah, why are the chickens so funny?
Why? Oh my god. Show yourself out.
I'll leave now.
I knew this day would finally come. You're finally ready to be someone's father.
Maybe mommy, but
Whoa! Whoa! As the Black Fox flees down the street, he is unaware if
the Quicksilver Fox jumps over.
Heyo. He is unaware that he is being tracked by two men in a car. Suddenly, a van carrying a number of armed men starts chasing the Black Fox. The Fox slips into an alleyway, and when the van tries to stop there, it accidentally rear-ends another car. What is this? One of Little Hellfire's dates? And no, not because of the rear-ending, kids, because she's been in many car accidents.
And as my insurance company will tell you, I was never at fault.
Yes. When the owner of the car demands to know who's going to pay for the damage, he is surprised when one of the men in the van writes him a check payable by Silver Sable International.
She got that long money, that strong money.
In the alley, the Black Fox realizes that these armed men mean business when they begin opening fire on him, but he manages to leap over a fence and get the cover. Meanwhile, at Columbia Presbyterian, Columbian Presbyterian Hospital.
I don't think that's an actual hospital, but instead of Columbia, it's the New York Presbyterian Hospital. So I think that's what that's actually linked to.
Probably.
My bank does a lot of business. I was like, I know that reference.
Peter Parker is introduced to Harry and Liz Osborn's newborn son, Norman.
Yeah, they're not calling him Normie just yet.
Boy, I don't want to say we've set this child on his path, but his first name is Norman and his middle name is Harry.
Yeah. Like if you hate your first name, you can go by your middle name, but then your middle name's...
I don't like that. I'm named after my murderous grandfather. Let me go with my middle name. My
murderous dad.
My failure of a murderous dad. Oh.
They should have just used Liz's dad, but that's not.
Yes. They are soon joined by Mary Jane Watson, who finds the baby adorable.
She's got that baby fever.
By this time, Peter tells them that he has to go to the Daily Bugle and leaves. As he leaves, Peter is happy for Harry and Liz, but grew uncomfortable with Mary Jane's presence, especially after
she knows his secret.
After she revealed that she knows his secret identity, which she revealed in Amazing Spider-Man 258. More upsetting was the fact that she was calling him by her old pet name for him, Tiger.
And of course, things with Black Cat aren't working out, so he has got le boo balls, boys. So that's why he's gonna go F something up by flipping away, for sure.
A couple of balls down the gob.
This is more, which opens up more feelings. This is more trouble for Parker, who is still concerned about his Aunt May being upset with him for quitting grad school and how his relationship...
Did she have graduate school money for him?
I know! He's an adult.
Like, stop having heart attacks every other issue. Maybe he can focus. You old hag.
Are you paying
You're
for...
not Marissa Tomei, so I can call her an old hag.
Oh, my. Are you paying for school? Then it's none of your business.
Yeah, give me some of Uncle Ben's pension money, you selfish hag.
Give me some of that...
Hoarding it.
Give me some of that boot...
Let's take a second mortgage out on this brownstone.
Why don't you sell that nuclear reactor in Canada?
Exactly. She's always got problems, but no solutions, man.
Idiot, she didn't have a prenup with Doc Ock.
He just keeps coming back anyway. Hey, that man is almost, he never stays dead. Unlike Uncle.
I don't think those are tentacles.
Worse, it's slave labor because they're sentient.
Oh, hell. Yes, Justin, I know. I'm going.
Is that a sentient tongue?
And
Phil, instead of get to the chopper, it's get to the drops for you.
Get to the Lilith or Justin drop. And also, his relationship with the Black Cat has turned sour. Deciding that some web slinging is in order, Peter slips into the elevator and changes into Spider-Man as he webs.
Go blow off some steam. I don't know. Sometimes Peter can be just as bad as Batman. He's like, I'm frustrated. I'm gonna go beat up some criminals.
Hey, man, nothing relieves that stress like a good thwip. Okay.
It's all in the wrist.
Oh. Pretty much, drop boy.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Spider-Man decides to go looking for an opportunity to take some crime photos as he needs the money. He also needs money. Love the fire.
We need the money. Gimme.
He just
Rob a bank. Nobody will know.
Damn. Jameson will know.
Or start shaking down the criminals. Who cares? They're criminals.
He just happens to come across the armed men who are pursuing the Black Fox. The Black Fox is pinned down and is begging for surrender.
Like, should I just let them handle this?
Prompting Spider-Man to leap in and attack the men shooting at the Fox with mercy bullets, they say.
Well, yeah, Silver Sable's a good gal.
They raided the Punisher's garage sale, I guess. All right, well,
No, he got them from them. That's my
Oh, okay.
Because, he's not smart enough to do that. He got them from somewhere.
While Spider-Man is busy trouncing the armed men, the Black Fox takes the opportunity to escape. When the battle is over, the NYPD's Lieutenant Chris Keating scolds Spider-Man for interfering with a joint effort of the NYPD and the Sumkarian government to capture an international jewel thief. Humiliated, Spider-Man leaves, but his presence isn't escaping the notice of the men who are watching the Black Fox. They decide that their employer, Silver Sable, will want to know about Spider-Man's interference.
Wait till my father hears about this!
Oh my.
It's the vibes it's given.
The news soon reaches the Sumkarian embassy, and Silver Sable's uncle Mortimer brings her the news and his concerns about cost overruns. Boy, he disappears after a while in order to return again. However, Silver Sable already knows about...
It's the New York underworld. Of course he disappeared. It was never...
Some say he's still holding up that building. However, Silver Sable already knows about the situation, and given the funding she is getting, she believes that she and her Wild Pack can continue their operation for 15 days and still turn a profit. As she begins a training session, Mortimer reminds her that Silver Sable International wasn't formed to make money. Silver knows this all too well, how her father founded the Wild Pack to hunt down Nazi war criminals. However, times have changed, and so must the Wild Pack's mission. She quickly incapacitates the men fighting with her, although she accidentally shatters the kneecap of one of the fighters. Or as Lilith calls that a Saturday night date.
She's got daddy issues.
Suddenly, one of the servants tries to attack Silver with a knife. However, Silver Sable's wait, someone actually tried to put agile. She's more agile and quickly knocks out this would-be assassin, suspecting that this killer...
Don't taunt our lovely people that took the time to do the synopsis, okay? They're doing their best. They're doing it for free, okay?
I was going to say, damn it, I want...
and the wiki is hard to edit. It is not easy.
I know. Suspecting that...
I gave up doing it for Arrowverse. Well, that and I hate the Arrowverse.
Hey, it brought us together. Suspecting that...
I know, that's the best thing.
Aww. Suspecting that...
Nobody tell anybody else I was actually nice to Phil. They'll get ideas and want me to be nice to them, too.
I was going to say, nobody tell... No, hey, shh, kids, don't tell anyone Lilith Hellfire had feelings.
Freaking kill ya!
There you go. Suspecting that this killer was sent by one of her enemies, Silver Sable orders Mortimer to have the woman interrogated. Meanwhile, in Forest Hills, Aunt May is looking through old photographs in the attic of her home.
She is. That's all she can do.
Look at this photograph. She is called down by her fiancé, Nathan Lubinsky. Ooh.
Nathan! Oh, almost as bad as Ben Urich.
Oh my! Calls her down. He tells her to patch things up with Peter, pointing out while she is upset with him for giving up on his future, she's giving up on him. Nathan gets through to May and she decides to call her nephew. However, what she tries to call the line is busy. Incidentally, this is because Peter's trying to call May, but her line is busy since they've been trying to call each other at the exact same time.
Landlines.
The lines were crossed.
Hey there, Scooby-Doo.
Donna Chang. No, Donna Chang.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's actually Chang Stein.
I'm not taking advice from a girl from Long Island.
Exactly.
Peter really wants to talk to Aunt May, but every time he has attempted to see her, something gets in the way of that goal. The incident with the Black Fox being the latest. Unfortunately, Peter can't shake his responsibility and must catch the Black Fox.
Hey, you know what? Do you remember James, what is it? James Howlett, you know, the one that's known as the Canadian for the longest time. I feel like Ryan Reynolds should have like did a cameo because he's like the most unproblematic famous Canadian. I feel like the Canadian as played by Ryan Reynolds. Because, you know, he's a part of the whole Silver Sable.
Yeah.
Episode. I was just thinking that, like, oh.
With his red and blue costume rank from sweat, Peter decides to wear the black and white costume made for him.
I love how everybody says it's the black costume, but not the symbiote. Like,
yeah, I know.
No! We know!
People like the look. We gave up the symbiote. What do we do? But they asked, made by the Black Cat. As he swings across the city, Spider-Man wonders what he is to do about this costume situation. Although he likes the new black costume, he still has an attachment to the red and blue. However, his thoughts are interrupted by his spider sense warning him that a nearby helicopter is following him. As Spider-Man ducks for cover, the two Wild Pack agents in the chopper are surprised by how quickly the wall crawler can move. Are we saying he moves like Jagger?
I hope not.
Hey-oh! He's 110? Yeah, I know. At that moment, at a shady dockside bar, the Black Fox is making arrangements to be smuggled out of the country. He is unaware that one of Sable's agents is present. When the call is put in, the helicopter following Spider-Man is called to that location.
You know, if he was a real spider, he would prefer black. But that's none of my business. Or brown at least. Black Widow, was he too self-conscious? Because Black Widow does make bullets.
Black's in the name. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Seeing the chopper turning away, Spider-Man decides to follow it and see what is going on. Quickly, the wall crawler swings up and attaches himself to the bottom of the helicopter. While the Wild Pack prepare to surround the Black Fox, Spider-Man manages to find the thief first. However, the Black Fox manages to escape Spider-Man by using a smoke bomb. Boy, Lilith's always trying to escape situations with a smoke bomb.
Only I don't share my smoke bombs. That's private.
Her medicinal smoke bombs.
Government issue smoke.
For glaucoma. Unfortunately for the Fox...
Arthritis.
Okay. Unfortunately for the Fox, when he rounds the corner, it is right into the clutches of the Wild Pack. The mercenaries begin opening fire on the Fox. Spider-Man is disgusted by the scene, but is thankful that the Wild Pack are using mercy bullets instead of live rounds. Spider-Man webs up the mercenaries and swings away with the Black Fox. Safely on a rooftop, Spider-Man asks the Black Fox why he is in this area and learns that the thief attempts to smuggle himself out of the country. Spider-Man is about to turn the Black Fox over to the authorities, but the thief begs him not to. Telling the hero that he has a family back in Europe that is depending on him to support them. Yeah, right. That's like, oh yeah, I have a girlfriend, but she goes to another school.
Hey.
He doesn't have a family in Europe. What, you have a girlfriend in another school? The Black Fox goes on to say that he let the years slip away. Reminded of the situation with Aunt May, Spider-Man understands and helps the Black Fox escape from the Wild Pack. Well,
See, another reason to blame Aunt May.
that's true.
Making them soft. She makes the boys soft. Hey-oh.
Not Doc Ock. While Spider-Man holds off the soldiers, the Black Fox escapes in a motorboat. He gloats about how he was able to trick Spider-Man into letting him go and looks forward to his retirement. However, when he checks his pockets for the jewels he stole, he finds a note from Spider-Man instead. Aha! Back ashore, Silver Sable's upset that Spider-Man allowed the Black Fox to escape. She is less upset when he turns over the stolen jewels to her.
Here's the jewels. Shut your mouth, bro.
Claim the reward. As the wall crawler leaves the scene, Silver Sable can't help but find the masked hero interesting and wants to learn more about him.
He's a MILF attractor.
Oh my.
First Betty, now Silver.
Something about a young woman attracted to a younger man, and something about not throwing stones in glass houses.
It's a conscious choice. I can quit anytime I want to.
Oh my god, we got that intervention for you and young penis.
I told you, I would feel really, I know everybody's sperm motility decays at a different rate. I'm not trying to waste nobody's time, and I don't want my time wasted. Perfect.
Oh my god, it's like being a drug. She's like, so what? I would do it every day. Oh my god.
Anytime I want cold turkey, I tell you.
She's a functioning penis addict.
Exactly. You give up booze for Lent, and then all of a sudden.
Oh my. Later, Peter Parker makes a visit to Aunt May's house. When Nathan answers the door, Peter's voice is such a shock to May that she drops a plate on the floor. Can't be because she's 110. Peter rushes to her side to help her pick up the pieces. Finally, face to face with each other, both Peter and Aunt May admit they both missed each other.
Boo! Don't ruin the traffic! Boo!
Oh my!
I hate this era of Aunt May. I just really do.
I know.
It's just irredeemable.
Do we even need Aunt May anymore? I mean, can't believe we gave up.
Unless they make her look just like Marissa Tomei, I say out with Aunt May.
I know, but they don't even do anything with her anymore. It's just like
the last thing she did was the foundation or whatever.
Oh yeah, the shelter or whatever. Yeah.
Hated, that they even put into the MCU.
Yeah, No Way Home. Yeah.
They sigh.
We gave up the marriage for this. It's like, come on.
I know. Like we could have Mayday Parker by now if it wasn't for you, Aunt May.
Exactly.
We can have Little Ben.
Or Big Ben.
Yeah, we could literally have Big Ben by now. Hey-oh.
Although I think that's what.
Named after my twin clone cousin.
Big Ben. I think that's what Janine has, but we'll get to her in a little bit.
Oh. I think that's what they call Ben Grimm, but that's not my business.
Whoa! I think that's what Charlie Esser calls.
Exactly. Oh, don't say that too many times. That's right. We gotta move on.
I'm uncancelable.
That's my favorite.
Seems to be the case. Alright, so, yes, let's pick up the next appearance. Amazing Spider-Man 280 from September 1986. You'll know the cover from Spider-Man and Silver Sable's butts.
I was gonna say, I get double trouble. I think this is a little bit of a bait and switch. Like, wait a minute, is that Storm? What's going on here?
Oh, because of the white hair?
The arrow to Silver Sable, yeah. Just like, the Sinister Syndicate, like, okay, Silver Sable and the Sinister Syndicate. That's too many S's. Too many.
Oh, yes. Oh, it's double the alliteration. Oh, Stan would love that.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sure he creamed his jeans with it.
Whoa! Oh.
Oh, fight. Bro, this Sinister Syndicate be so serious.
Well, there's
Hydro Man, Speed Demon, Beetle.
Well, what can I say? There's not 6 of them, okay?
Exactly. I'm like, wait a minute.
The Sinister Five doesn't have the same ring to it, you know?
Yeah, they couldn't be 6, so they had to be the same. I get it.
Okay.
They could have been the Furious Five, though, bro. Like, come on. Because they are definitely furious men.
Yeah, but Vin Diesel's nowhere to be found.
You just mad that Fast and the Furious has, like, 11 movies and the DCEU keeps rebooting. That's why you're mad. Our franchise is whole and makes, well, it doesn't make sense, but it's whole and it's solid and it makes $1 billion every damn time. So somebody besides me is watching it.
MCU, suck it.
Okay, but it's from Universal, so it's a miracle that they make $1 billion.
True.
They even have
True.
Jurassic Park make $1 billion. Like, be serious. But Fast and Furious is making $1 billion. I will die on Fast and Furious is a fun franchise. I didn't say a good franchise. I said a fun franchise.
We'll see what she
It's
says.
cars and men with muscles, and it's about family.
We'll see what she says after the next movie. And Brie,
Sponsored by Olive Garden and Corona.
we'll see if her love can survive Brie Larson coming in.
Oh, she's gonna be a bad guy. So I don't care. They kill the bad guys in Fast and Furious.
I know. No, a movie kills the bad guy. Get out of here.
Marvel can't seem to do it.
Ooh, burn. Well, they're too popular.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no, we killed Obadiah Stane. We killed.
He'll be back.
It's been back since 2008, but okay.
They'll find some weird reason.
How we killed.
They gotta reboot that Iron Man franchise sometime, and let me tell you, Riri ain't it. People did not care for the character. I like the character fine, but people do not like the character. We need some muscle and some meat in that Iron Man suit. Mark my words, we're gonna get a young Tony Stark, some weird DNA, and Obadiah Stane will be back.
Oh
too.
no. Oh god.
Yeah, we're gonna do young Tony Stark. Mark my words.
No. A young.
It's gonna be Rob Lowe's son who plays him. Mark my words.
No, oh my god, no. We're all about Kang variants now. Iron Lad's coming in. Oh my god.
Young Tony Stark. Mark my words.
Oh
Played
my.
by Rob Lowe's son. Mark my words. You laugh. Give it about another 6 years.
Oh my. All right. So anyway,
Sorry for that divergent tangent rant.
the title is The Sinister Syndicate. Spider-Man and Silver Sable are on Coney Island fighting the Sinister Syndicate, a new group of supervillains consisting of...
Another 80s trope. Oh my god, look at this mess I'm in. How did I get here? What is this, Ferris Bueller?
Oh my.
Jeez.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's day out.
Consisting of the Beetle, Hydro Man, Boomerang, the Rhino, and Speed Demon. The onslaught from the villains have the heroes on the defensive. While Sable deals with the Rhino and Boomerang, Spider-Man faces off against Boomerang and Beetle. When he is struck from below by Hydro Man, the wall crawler thinks back to how he first got into this mess. Spider-Man has returned to New York City after being lost in Virginia for the past few days. And my first question is, who is Virginia?
Virginia's for lovers.
Hey-o.
Got him.
He has just found out about the full-page advertisement Silver Sable has put in the Daily Bugle asking for his help. Spider-Man decides to see what Silver Sable wants and makes his way to the Symkarian embassy. There, Silver Sable is entertaining a Middle Eastern dignitary. However, he seemed like he wanted to get to know her much better. I don't know, man.
I'm currently in between being in between things, so if you don't mind.
I mean, I didn't see I didn't see a camel in sight, but I know he saw some humps.
Her lovely lady lumps. Fergie confirmed the Silver Sable.
Sable gets right down to business, telling Spider-Man that he is going to help her take down the international criminal known as, here we go, Jack-o'-lantern. Which,
oh yeah, that is the saddest whistle of it all.
AKA
not even Hydro Man or Beetle or Speed, it's
Jack-o'-lantern, AKA Jason McIndale.
Just when you thought it was safe, here comes Macindale again.
Before he even was hiding behind the branding of the Hobgoblin.
He's just got a thing for pumpkins, man.
Hey, yeah, he likes to boop them. Yeah. Jason McIndale on his pogo platform.
You just know they did that for a toy that they were like, oh, it's not going to work. Never mind.
Hey, this is the last thing Spider-Man wants to do is he wants to give up his career.
He said, I'm leaving. I'm going back to Virginia.
Hey, I still want to know who that is. Anyway, But yeah, he wants to give up his career as a superhero. When he asks why she doesn't ask the Avengers or the Fantastic Four for help, she explains that they do not approve of mercenaries like her.
Of course. He should know that. I'm like, babes, I know you've been bopped on the head one too many times, but I'm sure you know why.
And please, you go to the Avengers or the Fantastic Four for Jack-O-Lantern, for Mackendale.
They'll laugh at you.
They'll laugh in your face, yeah.
They'll literally go, it's just Mackendale.
They'll be like, I think there's some Girl Scouts down the street that can help you. Spider-Man refuses, even though she is offering to pay him a substantial sum of money.
So you can go back to graduate school, dummy.
Sugar mama. Spider-Man says that he doesn't fight for money, and when Sable presses him for an explanation, he tells her it is none of her business.
Time at band camp, my Uncle Ben died. Wait, I'm mixing my 90s references here.
the one time I did do it for money, and someone got hurt.
Just like porn.
Whoa! Well, okay, I can't make that joke. All right. Pro what? Never mind. Later at the police jail, Flash Thompson pleads with his ex-girlfriend Shashawn to help clear his name as he's being framed for being the Hobgoblin.
No, just wait a little bit longer. He'll be Venom now.
However, Shashawn refuses to help because Flash cheated on her with Betty Leeds. A.K.A. Betty Brant. All roads keep leading back to this damn Betty Brant.
I'm telling you, somebody, I hope one day, like, they're just bored and they hear our theory and they just do it.
Please, you can redeem yourself, Zeb Wells. Come on.
Remember, it's heroes and cloaks. We'll know. You can use heroes and cloaks and we'll know.
Exactly. When Flash begs for her help, the guard tells him that this visit is over and he has another guest. As Shashawn leaves the room, she crosses path with Betty Leeds. And gives her
no alliteration. That's how you know it sucks.
It gives her an icy stare. This is witnessed by Flash's lawyer, Sharon Banks, and when she asks to talk to Shashawn, the scorned woman refuses to do so and leaves the Spider-Man books entirely.
Listen, for real. But like, yeah, one thing about the side characters, Spider-Man, they gonna have some juicy stuff going on the side when Peter's not on.
Hey, I know, back in the day, man, yeah.
Scandalous.
Shashawn's like, I got my green card, goodbye.
Hello. Exactly. Poor fuck.
That's when Peter Parker arrives and asks Sharon how things are going. Banks explains how bleak the situation looks. She also points out that a good defense will cost a lot of money for detectives to look into the true identity of the Hobgoblin. Later,
he's like, fine, I'll do it.
Ayo. He'll be Spider for pay, okay?
Exactly.
Later, Peter Parker comes to the conclusion that it doesn't matter if Flash is really the Hobgoblin or not, he is still Peter's friend and deserves a fair trial. Really? If he's killed people, you're like, oh yeah, he's still, I mean, okay, fair trial, yes.
They're not really even that good of friends, if we're being honest.
I know. With his
I mean, they're frenemies at best, if we're going to be real.
Exactly.
Peter sometimes has a heart of gold.
With his mind made up, Peter changes back into Spider-Man and returns to the Symkarian embassy where he tells Silver Sable that he will accept her job. Hail. This is good news to Sable, who tells Spider-Man that the Jack-O-Lantern just called her to tell her that he's hiding out on Cody Island.
Yeah, that's not a trap.
Spider-Man points out the obvious fact that this is a trap. Sable knows, hence why she wants Spider-Man to come along with her. Hail. This is what leads to the battle that Spider-Man and Sable find themselves in. By this point, the Sinister Syndicate has regrouped and confronted both Spider-Man and Sable. They're looking forward to killing Spider-Man since they all have a vendetta against him. They also explain that they took on the job to kill Sable so they can get recognition in the international community. Silver Sable makes a run for it, getting chased by Boomerang and Beetle. She tries to take cover in a nearby video arcade, but the Beetle uses his hydraulic fingers to rip the roof off the building. Meanwhile,
The roof was ripped off.
That's a good one. I thought you were going to go with the, don't get fingered.
Nah, I'm spicing it.
Hey-oh. Spider-Man is ambushed by Hydro Man and Speed Demon. Although Spider-Man manages to clothesline Speed Demon, it leaves him open to attack from the Rhino.
How much of a Speed Demon are you if you're getting clocked by Speed?
I know! I'm like, okay, yeah, running that fast, yeah, really helps when you're running in a straight line where he could just close.
He's losing his speed, man, he ain't worth being on the team. Get him out of
Oh.
here. Time to put those ho-hos down.
Hose.
If you watch The Boys, you'll know. You'll understand.
Elsewhere, Jason McIndale, the man who is Jack-o'-lantern, rides in a limo. He's pleased everything is going according to plan. While the Sinister Syndicate takes care of his enemies for him, he has time to hunt up some new business. Where'd he get a limo at? Did he carjack some kids going to prom or something? That's about his speed.
It really is. Only the high school kids in New York would have whooped his ass.
True.
I think so.
At that moment, Betty Leeds is walking home after meeting Flash Thompson. All she can think about is how Shashawn looked at her earlier and can't blame the woman. Despite this, she is torn between her marriage to Ned Leeds and her feelings for Flash Thompson. Boy, she likes him dumb. When she arrives at her apartment...
Young and dumb. She liked Peter, too.
That's young
She's
dumb.
got it tight.
Once again, young, dumb, and full of web fluid.
Young, dumb, and looking for fun.
Ayo!
The appropriate child-safe thing.
Young, dumb, and full of Twinkies and toaster strudels. I don't know. When she arrives at her apartment, she is shocked to see Ned leaving with a number of suitcases. Betty asks him to
He
think...
hit her with the Jesse McCartney. He said, I'm leaving. Never coming back again.
Betty asks him to think about their marriage, but Ned points out that she hasn't. When he asks her if he's the man that she truly loves, when Betty can't give him a straight answer, it confirms the point Ned was getting at.
He's like, deuces, trollop.
Oh my! He then gets in a cab and leaves his wife alone in her thoughts. Betty admits that she does love Ned Leeds. However, she thinks that perhaps she didn't love him enough.
Hey, I always thought that marriage was... I hated it.
Yeah. Again, it's just two supporting characters getting married. Yeah.
Pair your spares, I believe the trope.
Ah, okay. Well, I gotta say, I'm thinking Betty Leeds is pulling a little hellfire. You know that the young himbo Flash Thompson must be skilled in certain areas.
Felicia likes him too. I'm just saying.
Hey man, 4 touchdowns in a single game.
Al Bundy, he could never be. Also, an elderly man that can get it.
Oh.
I wouldn't want respectfully, no hip breaking involved.
Oh my. While not far away from Coney Island, the Sandman has had
Mr. Sandman
has had another wonderful supper with his landlords, the Quesada family.
Oh, about that.
After he offers to help with the dishes, Mrs. Quesada tells, what an alias, Sylvester Man with 2 N's.
He's a man, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Just wow. It could be worse. It could have been like Sylvester Stallone.
That he already does enough around the house and that he should relax. The Sandman decides to take her up on this offer by going out to get some fresh air. As he walks down the street, the Sandman is happy with the peace he has found from going
lives in New York.
straight.
There's no such thing as fresh air, first of all.
Oh, true.
Or Jersey. Hey, fun fact. So they were doing like America's dirtiest cities, and 2 of them were in New Jersey. So I don't know what Charlie's talking about.
He's in the now.
The Nile is a river in Egypt.
That Mickey idol keeps the air fresh. You know? Oh, it's an air freshener too.
It does it all. It does it all.
Ha! You're breathing me. Ha! Back at
Oh.
Back at Coney Island, Silver Sable manages to get the drop on Boomerang, knocking him out with a single kick when she is dive-bombed by Beetle. She tries to shoot him with her gun, however the bullets cannot pierce the villain's armor, forcing her to flee while she thinks of a way to defeat him. Meanwhile, Spider-Man is busy dodging the charges of the Rhino, spraining his shoulder in the process. When the wall crawler mocks Rhino's new costume, he explains that he has returned to crime to try and get his Rhino costume removed through illegal surgeries, which require a lot of money. If you turn yourself in, wouldn't the government do that just to be rid of you? But he's not the biggest thinker. When Spider-Man knocks the Rhino down, he is then ambushed from behind by Hydro Man. At that moment, Jason McIndale meets with the Kingpin to offer his services. However, like the rest of the world, after the Kingpin's disastrous experience with the mercenary known as Nuke, born again, he is not like the rest of the world, he is not interested in hiring another soldier of fortune like McIndale.
Exactly.
Wow, at Kingsley Limited, Kingsley.
Yeah, about that. We'll circle back soon. Don't worry.
Hey-oh. Mary Jane tries once more to contact Peter Parker. When she gets no answer, she wonders if there is another woman in his life and is surprised to discover that bothers her more than it should. When it's time to rehearse the next day's runway show, she is asked to get Roderick Kingsley. She knocks on Kingsley.
Uh-oh, it's happening, guys.
She knocks on Kingsley's door, and he tells her that he will be along in a moment. Mary Jane can't help but notice that Roderick seems to spend a lot of time in his workroom and wonders what he's doing there.
Around a bunch of models and in his workroom. I wonder what he could be doing. Mary Jane, you're a model. AKA like the semi-illegal version of human trafficking. Be so serious.
Well, we see exactly what he's doing. He's playing with his pumpkins.
I know, but I'm just saying. She's like,
I know.
He's always in there. I'm like, rubbing one out.
Whoa!
So that would be the logical conclusion.
True.
Although it is Marvel's New York, so making pumpkin bombs, yes, is the second logical conclusion.
You gotta rub that one in.
Everyone's been like some form of hobgoblin or jack-o'-lantern at this. Hell, me and you have probably secretly been a hobgoblin or jack-o'-lantern or a green goblin at this point.
Oh my!
I think the Goblin Queen stole my name personally, but that's a whole other lawsuit that I'll sort out later. More as news develops.
True. Gobble gobble.
Exactly, Phil.
Oh my!
Exactly. That's our trademark on this show.
I know.
Gobble gobble.
A whole month of gobble gobble, and all of a sudden there's a Goblin Queen. Really?
Oh my!
That's not suspicious to you, Phil?
Oh, it's very suspicious to me. What Mary Jane is unaware of is the fact that Kingsley is entertaining someone who has a catch of pumpkin bombs. This man warns Kingsley about being careful as they can both land in jail should someone learn the truth about them. That literally they're identical twins.
It's giving the prestige. Someone, ooh. Dear Ron, maybe you should sue Christopher Nolan for stealing your idea.
The Falco. In another part of the city, Jason McIndale tries to offer his services to the Rose.
This is bad, man. This is bad news.
He offers the chance to either free the Hobgoblin from jail or replace him. The Rose finds the proposition interesting and tells him that he will consider it. When Jason leaves, the Rose's minions ask if this was a wise idea. However, the Rose explains that he will use the situation to his advantage, such as using Jack-o'-lantern and the Hobgoblin to kill each other. Boy, this doesn't seem like a guy who later on they say, oh, hey, yeah, him and Ned Leeds were big, great buddies. Yeah. That's, okay, yeah.
Babe, it's called a retcon. It's okay.
I know.
It wasn't the first time.
Sloppy retcon.
The last time.
Sloppy retcon. Why couldn't it just been Kingsley from the start? Oh my god, I sound like
Marvel doing a sloppy retcon? You don't say.
I sound like Russell now. Why couldn't it be Kingsley all along?
Oh no.
Where's my Mountain Dew?
In their clutches. Oh no.
Where's my Mountain?
Start drinking Mountain Dew any minute now.
Where's my Mountain Dew?
Wild like an animal.
It should always be Kingsley.
No, I invented that, you dick.
Back at Coney Island, Silver Sable is able to leap up and incapacitate the beetle. However, she is forced to land atop an elevating tower. Suspecting that she might have broke both her ankles kicking the beetle, Sable is too busy trying to control her pain to stop Speed Demon from activating the tower, sending her rocketing up to the top of the attraction. Despite his sprained shoulder, Spider-Man swings up and rescues her. They swing to the ground, evading attacks from Beetle and Boomerang. They take cover under an old wooden roller coaster. Seeing this, the members of the Sinister Syndicate begin damaging the rickety old coaster in an attempt to bury Spider-Man and Silver Sable under tons of rubble. Witnessing the collapse of the roller coaster is the Sandman, who wonders what could have caused it. While at that very moment, the Hobgoblin gets a phone call from the Rose who tells him about Jack-o'-lantern's offer. The Hobgoblin assures the Rose that he will do something about this development and hangs up the phone. However,
his father will hear about this.
However, he knows that the Rose is trying to instigate a battle between himself and Jack-o'-lantern, which the Hobgoblin finds amusing because he is planning to eliminate the Rose as well. Walking out in his civilian guise, who we can't see who it is, the Hobgoblin bumps into Mary Jane Watson, who recognizes him as someone she knows. When she asks what's up, were you watching the show? He explains that his life has been rather chaotic recently. Mary Jane takes the man by the arm and insists that he tells her all about it. Boy, she has a type. While back at Coney Island, Spider-Man pulls himself and Silver Sable out of the rubble of the collapsed roller coaster. They are quickly surrounded by the members of the Sinister Syndicate, who are coming in for the kill.
No, those are just mercy bombs.
And yes, the whole trip to Virginia was from Web of Spider-Man 16 through 18, where the red and blue costume was destroyed.
Roxxon oil spill in 1986, that's not suspicious. Exxon, Roxxon, that's not suspicious.
Maggia. But yes, the red and blue costume was destroyed. Oh yes, and the Sandman decided to go straight in Marvel 2-in-1 86.
Didn't really stick though.
Well, it kind of did from the 90s, but then when they rebooted, the Wizard wants his old buddy back and throws him into a hairdryer and turns him evil again. What an a-hole. But yeah, Sandman went straight after, remember when him and Hydro Man merged?
What year was it? What month was that issue?
What issue?
280.
Oh,
For the what month were those Virginia Spider-Man pages?
Oh, it was. Hold on, where's the link at?
I know there was like one. I think it was like a Grand Eagle. It was actually in Pennsylvania. That was 85.
Web of Spider-Man 16 was July 1986 cover date.
And we're at 80. There's a. I was just trying to figure out which one they were making fun.
So many to choose from.
Sadly. That's why you gotta protect the EPA kids.
Oh yeah.
That's my mini. And that's my anyway.
Don't take their funding. All right.
Too late. Give them back their funding.
Exactly. All right. Let's get to the floating heads of evil. Amazing Spider-Man 281.
You've heard of floating heads of guilt? Well, do we have a treat for you? This cover's a little weird.
Yes. You got all the floating heads, and then it's like, this one has it all. The Hobgoblin, Jack-o'-lantern, Silver Sable, the Sandman.
Nobody ever like the Beetle. Like I said, I'll keep the Beetle speed in. Like Rhino, cool. He's a staple.
Yeah.
Boomerang, kick rocks. Sorry, Ray. Kick rock.
Oh my.
Hydro Man also so. Like, this is a joke.
The title, When Warriors Clash. Warrior. Hired by Jack-o'-lantern to eliminate Silver Sable and Spider-Man, the members of the Sinister Syndicate have the pair surrounded after collapsing a wooden roller coaster at the site of Coney Island. Before the Beetle can land the killing blow, the Sinister Syndicate is attacked from behind by the Sandman, who has arrived on the scene to investigate the collapse of the roller coaster. The Beetle orders his comrades to attack the Sandman, which Hydro Man is eager to do, since they have an old score to settle. While the Sandman keeps the villains at bay, Spider-Man carries Silver Sable to safety. Say that 3 times fast. As Spider-Man clashes with the Rhino and Hydro Man, Spider-Man gets Silver Sable to cover. Sable wants to abort her mission as it is no longer profitable, but Spider-Man doesn't want to leave Sandman alone. When she balks at this, he tells her that he quits. Suddenly, his Spider-Sense warns him of the arrival of the Beetle and Boomerang, forcing them onto the defensive again.
It's ting ting ting-a-lid, ting ting ting-a-lid.
Elsewhere in Manhattan, Jack-o'-lantern explains to his men that the reason why he isn't tackling Silver Sable himself is because he's himself is that he has a more lucrative job to do. After putting on his gear, he swears to his minions that after this job, they can expect more work coming in. While at the Daily Bugle, Jake Jonah Jameson gets a preview of tomorrow's edition and discovers yet another story about the Hobgoblin. Wondering why
Hobgoblin lives! I mean, wait.
Oh, that's after the Clone Saga.
Yeah, that's when
like another 10 years from Hobgoblin lives. Wondering why Joe Robertson is focusing on old news like this, he decides to pay the editor-in-chief a visit in his office. Joe has lost track of time as he was looking over photos of the night the Hobgoblin was arrested. Looking at
Came down to a button, kids.
Looking at
Was he some kind of detective?
That's his trigger on his chest. Looking at two different photos of the villain, he tells Jonah that they may have proof that Flash Thompson is not the Hobgoblin. Yeah, because he's not smart enough.
Meanwhile, Jonah's like, I don't care. Don't do that on my dime. You can rot in hell for all I care.
Oh, burn!
Hey, man, that's J. Jonah Jameson.
That's true.
If it ain't about young secretaries and grabbing tail, and making money off his paper, he don't care.
Sexy scientists, second wives.
Exactly. Spider slayers, you know the usual.
Young girls and spider slayers, everything that gets them hot. Well, back at Coney Island, the Sandman is still holding his own against the Sinister Syndicate. However, the tide of battle turns when Speed Demon creates an air funnel with his super speed, threatening to disperse the Sandman's particular mass all over the place.
Just wait till Hydro Man gets a hold of Sandman. They got some.
Oh, here's mud in your eye. Meanwhile, Spider-Man has stashed Silver Sable in a nearby Ferris wheel and tells her to stay put while he ends the battle. However, the woman refuses to stand back and do nothing. Using her bandana to bind her injured ankle, she slips down to the ground to do her part in the battle.
Hey, wasn't her Chai like that? That was the first like 2-8, right?
I think so. Yeah.
They were adding all the stuff to Silver Sable.
Yeah,
she's literally a brand new character.
Yeah, because literally in that first appearance, she really doesn't do. I mean, except for we really don't even see her fight or anything except for that training exercise.
Why doesn't she have a sword? Like, come on. Like a silver sword, that would be so bad.
Pearl handled pistols, something.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's how you know it was written for the male gaze, and they didn't really care about female readership. Because, like, if you would have gave her a sword, all the girls from they grew up in the age, She-Ra, instant.
Yeah. And again, I don't know if they had like a fully formed plan at that. It's like, let's get the character out there. Oh, the people want her back. Okay, now we got to come up with more story for her. Okay.
Yeah. Now you haven't had a little forethought. They're like, oh, you want to make a shekel? What's your plan?
Yeah.
What's your plan here? Which I appreciate more, unless it's Kindred.
Yes. While at the jail where Flash Thompson is being held until trial, Thompson is about to give up proving his innocence. His lawyer, Sharon Banks, pleads with Flash not to give up, no matter how futile the case against him looks. Suddenly, there is an explosion, setting off the alarms. That's when Jack-o'-lantern breaks into the holding cell. He stops at Flash's cell, thinking he is the Hobgoblin, and explains that he has come to free him. In the confusion, Jack knocks out his lawyer and escapes with Thompson. Soon, the Rose gets a phone call informing him of the jailbreak. He tells this to the real Hobgoblin, who is furious that Jack-o'-lantern is ruining his plans. The Rose suggests that if they kill Tom...
I mean, look who you hired.
The Rose...
You want something done right? Do it yourself.
That's Lilith's motto all the time. The Rose suggests that if they kill Thompson, they can continue their plans. The Hobgoblin loves this idea as it gives him the opportunity to take out Jack-o'-lantern as well. Meanwhile, back at Coney Island, the Sandman has reformed himself and knocked out Hydro Man. With none of his other allies present, Speed Demon runs off looking for his comrades. Later, at Jack-o'-lantern's hideout, the villain tells his men to keep an eye on Flash Thompson and inform him as soon as Thompson awakes. Jack goes to his room and wonders why Thompson didn't want to be rescued. Suddenly, the real Hobgoblin comes crashing through the window and furiously attacks Jack for endangering his plan. When the Hobgoblin explains that Thompson was a fall guy, Jack tries to explain that he made an honest mistake. Back at Coney Island, Spider-Man and Silver Sable are pinned down by Boomerang and Beetle. That's when Spider-Man realizes that the antenna on the Beetle's costume regulates his finger blasts.
Oh, wow. What a poor instruction.
Finger bang, bang, bang.
South Park.
That's when Sable tosses two of her Chais, cutting through the antenna. Regardless of this, the Beetle still has his enhanced strength. Back at Jack-o'-lantern's hideout, the battle between Jack and Hobgoblin has distracted Jack's thugs long enough for Flash Thompson to break free and escape. By that point, the battle between the two villains has been taken outside. There, the Hobgoblin uses his randomized finger blaster to overpower Jack-o'-lantern.
Talk about stranger danger.
Lots of finger blasting in this issue. While this is happening, the battle at Coney Island rages onward. Spider-Man...
Well, you know what they say, Phil? Don't get fingered!
I think I've heard that somewhere 50 or 60,000 times. You and your drops.
He's just flipping through the pages, not that one.
I'm gonna have to show you your two pages there. As the more drops added, the smaller the type gets. Unless I start labeling everything with one word. I sort of label it finger.
Spread it.
Wrong one.
Good for that release.
No.
A nut jar.
All right. Let's
Get back to it.
While this is happening in the battle, Spider-Man manages to get the drop on the Beetle and knock him out so he can focus on Boomerang. While Silver Sable watches the two battle it out, Hydra Man recovers and attempts to drown her. Meanwhile, Jack-o'-lantern manages to knock Hobgoblin down. Realizing that he can't win this battle, Jack decides to flee while he can. Seeing his foe making his escape. What? Hobgoblin... Sorry, I got a stutter. Hobgoblin leaves as well, vowing to get revenge. At that time, Spider-Man saves Silver Sable's life by tossing Boomerang through Hydra Man's liquid form. Unfortunately, this leaves him open to being struck from behind by the Rhino.
Ooh, you don't want that charging back for sure.
Try to donkey punch me now, bitch.
Oh, and he did.
Yeah,
You see the art?
This allows Silver Sable to grab a fire extinguisher and spray it into Hydra Man's liquid body.
Ooh, that's gotta burn.
Saves Silver Sable's life by making him violently ill when the chemicals mix in with his body. When Spider-Man recovers from the blow, he lashes into the Rhino, beating him into submission. The Lilith Hellfire method. Meanwhile, Speed Demon runs.
Hasn't failed me yet, Phil.
Nope. Speed Demon runs into a trap set by the Sandman. By this point, the Beetle has determined that the battle was a loss and orders his teammates to flee. In the aftermath, Spider-Man is shaky, but when he asks Sable for payment, she reminds him how he quit. She then offers the Sandman a job, telling him that she could use freelance operatives like him in the future. The Sandman is interested in hearing more and heads off with Sable. Spider-Man.
She just whispers in his ear, "I hate sand. It's coarse. It's rough. It gets everywhere."
Spider-Man is upset because he didn't manage to collect the money he needed to help Flash Thompson with his legal costs. Once he reaches the rooftop, Spider-Man gets even dizzier. This leaves him to wonder if he has a concussion or worse, brain damage. Elsewhere, Flash Thompson is on the run, worried about the police, Jack-o'-lantern, and the Hobgoblin. Fearing that he has nobody left to trust, Flash decides to figure a way out of this situation.
Time to pull a Maddie Murdock and fake your death, boys!
And if that's not enough, next issue, X Factor. Hey, as if this situation wasn't ridiculous or bad enough, next issue, a Summers boy shows up.
Oh yeah, that's gonna make everything better.
The Summers.
F in the chat for Flash. F in the chat for Flash.
The Summers brother. All right, thoughts, Lilith Hellfire? F.
No, I mean it really isn't really that much about Silver Sable. I mean,
Lilith put F's in the chat. Lilith F'd herself.
it's good for that release, bro.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah. I mean, it's a solid story. I just wish it was more about Silver Sable. Like, she seemed like an afterthought. Like, ooh, let's put a sexy girl in.
Yeah, she really doesn't. She really doesn't get
it's
that.
It's really about the villains.
Yeah, she really doesn't get a lot until, like, after 300.
Her own book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, her own book.
Yeah. Speaking of books, we did get some books this week. I mean, it's not amazing or anything. I mean, literally, it's not the amazing title, but we got Spider-Gwen, Shadow Clone, Spider-Man number 6, Spider-Man Unforgiven number, and Venom 17. And I will go out on a limb and say Venom 17 is the best Spider book this week.
Yeah, Venom was a good one. Yeah, it's did you pick up Hallows Eve number 1?
No.
That's just the state the industry is in now, kids. Ben Riley's girlfriend is getting a book, a miniseries.
She's no Gwen, literally, she's no Gwen Stacy, so you know.
I know.
It's like, nice try. You're trying to make them the villainous couple. I see what you would know. That's not what we want for our bitty boys. Sorry.
But
I won't be supporting it. Thank you.
And it seems like, yes, we're trying to slowly bring the Beyond Corporation back in.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Clearly.
Yeah.
Like we had a whole, it's almost like we had a whole, like, side mission for the Beyond company.
Yeah.
It's almost like we spent 6 months dealing with that before previously.
Yes.
It's almost like Miles Morales got sued for the Spider-Man trademark because of the Beyond Corporation.
But again, we should support our female writers because Erica Schultz wrote Hallows Eve. So
I mean, good for her, but I'm not supporting that project. I can't get that.
she's gonna fight a werewolf next issue.
Okay.
That she kind of created. All right. Anyway, but no, yes, the Venom.
So it was okay. You liked it, or?
I mean, it was all right. It was better than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I'm willing to give the second issue a shot. Yeah.
Okay, keep
I will.
Updated because I ain't taking it.
Yeah. What did you think? What did you think of Spider-Man Unforgiven? Because it was written by Tim Seeley.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it was written by Tim Seeley.
I mean, it's a decent enough issue, but you could tell like it's a thing where they're trying to set up new characters.
Vampires, and it's not more. Okay.
It's Mormon time.
Sorcerer Supreme, like it's too much. Like that's not what we read Spider-Man for. I mean, and it's a $5 book. It's a fun try. It's just not what I'd pick up Spider-Man for. I'm sure that this piqued somebody's interest. Just wasn't mine.
And we're setting up new characters.
It's well written. The art is good, but like the story has no appeal for me.
And it's setting up new characters because, yes, it continues in X-Men Unseen number 1.
I am tired of Spider-Man and X-Men trying to be linked together. You gotta let that die. Marvel's like, you'll pull it out of our cold dead hands.
Well, I think it's like, oh, let's introduce these new characters by our most popular franchises: Spider-Man, X-Men. I'm sure.
Yeah, but that makes everybody jaded, and it seems.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because this literally has nothing.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's magic. Like, go give Cleo something to do.
I wouldn't be surprised if it ends with some form of the Avengers. You know.
You know what? Me neither. Because they're really trying to make the Avengers in the comic book, and I'm like,
oh yeah, MCU.
About that, yeah. Nobody actually likes the Avengers.
Well,
Will.
Well, after Bendis, Will really hasn't read any Avengers, but I mean, they are trying because
it's still a good long run to read, though.
We're close to a reboot because they are giving Avengers to Jed McKay, so
maybe they'll do it. You know what? Just this one time, we won't renumber.
I think they are renumbering, but yeah, but no, it's yeah, no, it's Jed McKay because I know people are like hoping that he's going to bring back Vision and Scarlet Witch are on the team, so
boring, but okay. Marvel fans, y'all are. Ugh.
Well,
Avengers fans, that's what I can tell. Avengers fans don't know what life's about.
I know Lilith is not going to read this book because supposedly Carol Danvers is going to be the leader.
And Kelly Thompson's not writer?
No.
Thank you.
Again, it's Jed McKay, so that's the...
Still,
yeah.
Like I said, it takes a very, very... Like, he's talented. He's great.
Yeah.
But like I said, she actually... I was like, I could read this,
but you could...
wanna.
I think they probably set the lineup for him because it's like Carol Danvers, Sam Wilson, Vision, Scarlet Witch.
Oh, this is MCU special all day, every day. Yeah.
Well, that's what they've been doing with the Avengers because that's what pretty much this last team.
We need to take it back to the classics. I need some Spider-Man, some Wolverine. If you're gonna be a cash grab, be a shameless, unapologetic cash grab.
Yeah.
That way, at least I know you're having fun.
The last couple of years, yeah, it's pretty much who's on the Avengers. Well, who's in the MCU? Pretty much, yeah.
I'll be interested to see how he ran Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Because not too many people have actually had a crack at Sam post MCU update. I'm
trying to remember because I think T'Challa might be in there too, maybe.
Ooh, that's all.
Yeah, let me see.
The Avengers were definitely originally, pair your spares, where somebody can't hold their own title. It's weird to have everybody who has their own title be in the main Avengers book, but that's just my personal take on it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, can you sell a book anymore like we did in the 90s, either an Avengers or a Justice League, where it's not any A-listers on the team?
Well, Justice League absolutely has to be A-list from here on out.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as, Justice League Detroit and Justice League Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Those are my jams, but don't get me wrong. For the sake of the movies and any other, new animated things that might come out, we need the Super 7. We need it. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, on this cover.
And Cyborg's got to go. He's got to go. He is not a Justice League member. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Get him out of there. Put him back on Titans. He's got to go.
Yeah, on the cover of this Avengers #1, it's Vision, Scarlet Witch, Black Panther, Sam Wilson, Carol Danvers, Thor, and Iron Man, so...
That is a lot of explosive personalities together on one team and a whole bunch of bad decision makers.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting. I mean, Jed definitely knows dynamics. And that should be fun for y'all, but like an Avengers book it's never been my cup. You know that.
Again,
I make no secret about it.
Again, I would bet money that they probably set most of this lineup for him.
Like I said, I think he'll do a good job.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm
he
not
always does a
interested.
good job. Yeah,
Everybody else has a main book that I'd rather read.
pretty much. Yeah, because have you read any of that Scarlet Witch? The Scarlet Witch series yet?
I know.
Darcy's in it.
Exactly. It's giving Felicity in the main Green Arrow book. I'm just saying. Literally Emily Batreckard's face on a character that already exists. Nope.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, because a lot of these books they let the MCU like set the tone. And it's just.
I mean, it's something being a unified front. I mean, that's great.
I mean,
but I don't like it. So it's like if you force it in a book and I don't like it,
yeah.
I'm not gonna buy that book. The
yeah.
MCUification of the main Marvel titles.
Oh, but meanwhile, in May, I believe that's when Avengers comes out. But yes, also Amazing Spider-Man 25 and 26. They're promising the most shocking issue in 50 years.
Uncle Ben comes back, guys.
No, the other theory you had, I thought is Gwen, because 50 years. That's when Gwen died. Yeah.
But it's like, babes, you know how awesome Spider-Ghost is? Like, they have really shafted that character for whatever reason. That's my Gwen, personally. And I don't care about the Gwen Stacy that fell off the bridge, or any of her sticky, icky clones, or Pat Duke twin cousins.
Was anybody who's not elderly, is the original Gwen Stacy any of that? I mean, unless you've read her, you've come to know her from back issues and stuff, but I'm just like, she died in 73.
I know, it's like, you gotta be, they're like, yeah, everybody's dead or senile that knows this stuff. We can bring it back. They're just rubbing their greedy little palms together.
But I don't know if this is what they're planning or if it's just a giant red herring, but they're teasing the death of Mary Jane because it's like, oh, look, she's all over the collar. It's
like, babes, we still haven't forgiven them for breaking up the marriage. If they even try those shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Aunt May finally dies. Maybe that's the red herring. It's like, oh, you think it's going to be Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy getting thrown off another bridge? No, it's Aunt May. Finally, the old biddy gets her due. She can go be with her husband in hell where she belongs.
Oh, maybe Gwen does come back.
Yeah, I haven't really been reading the solicits lately.
This May, Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr.'s run of Amazing Spider-Man reaches a startling, unexpected climax and conclusion of its first year. But yes, 25 and 26 will both be oversized, kids.
Wow, they're really
May 10th and May 31st. So
I'm actually worried about the spider like comic books right now. They're both.
I told you, I go online and people are not happy with what Zeb's been doing. Did you read Amazing 19 and 20? Everyone is up in arms at the end of 20 when he's telling Felicia, "Oh yeah, my love for Mary Jane has changed. Now I think of her like a sister." Oh, the internet did not like that at all. It's like, wait a minute. So at the end of Nick Spencer's run, these two were like so ready to get back together, so into each other, and now it's like, oh, I think of her like a sister.
Or he's just telling Felicia that to get in her pants.
That's exactly.
I mean, Peter can be a douchebag sometimes too.
I know. But I'm just like,
listen, that emo Peter Parker thing in Spider-Man 3, that exists somewhere in the comics. Maybe not to that extreme, but
yeah,
he can be a douchebag.
But are they
hurtful douchebag sometimes?
But are they going to do something where he thinks Mary Jane is dead? Because I mean, they've been pushing him and Felicia again.
Which it's like, babe, she needs to get back with the Flash. I don't even know what we're doing with that.
I know.
Ugh, I don't know. They better freaking not. Like, if you can't read the room, like, maybe it's time to move on.
But yeah, they're like the most shocking in 50 years. So what can that be? It's like, it's either
Aunt May dies or Mary Jane dies.
Mary Jane's, I mean, Aunt May's died already. So that's what I'm saying is it the
no,
death.
but like, and she'll never come back.
Yeah, and I'm sure everyone will buy that too. But I was going to say, it's like either Mary Jane dies, I like your theory, Gwen comes back, or do you think...
And he's not a robot!
She's been getting more popular. Do you think they would kill Felicia?
No way. That Black Cat book proves that Marvel needs to make more female-led comic books. So I don't want to talk bad about people or talk out of school, but Marvel still definitely suffers from not having enough female writers on staff, and a lot of these books, despite being 2023, are very misogynistic and very still much.
Oh, I saw people saying.
Club.
I don't know if it is, but I saw people saying this about Zeb. They're like, he does not treat Mary Jane with the respect she deserves.
Well, nobody's treated Mary Jane with the respect. That
Not since One More Day, no.
Yeah, exactly. So they've kind of set the precedent for that, and no editor has tweaked it or given notes. Clearly, I feel like it has progressively gotten to a fever pitch where somebody needs to step in and say something, and we got to stand up, you know?
Mm-hmm. We definitely
I mean, I used to say I'll trust a person's artistic vision, but I've just been jaded so much in the last 10 years with comic book writers really just destroying the foundation of my favorites that it's just like I'm numb to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay.
I
mean, Spider-Man already has more, you know, like he's got 4 books every month, you know, the Superman effect.
Exactly.
It doesn't need 4 books.
I saw someone sum it up good there, just like they, you know, Marvel acts like, you know, marriage is like the end of the story, and it's like, no, it's just the beginning of a new chapter, you know?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they're like trying to market to quote unquote millennials. It's like, oh, millennials don't get married, millennials don't have kids. I'm like, they're comic book characters. It still would be nice to see. We want to live vicariously. We can't afford to do any of those things. You saddled us with debt.
Exactly. And
give us some escapism.
And again, you don't want to marry Spider-Man. You got Miles. It's like, let's clean up Ben and bring him back.
You have Miles. You have Toby. You have Spider-Man Noir.
Ben.
You have Ben. If they ever can like get him not to be Chasm, I hate that.
Get him out of limbo.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I'm still pissed about that. They've destroyed the side characters.
I don't think we talk.
Universe. I don't know if this is giving Death of Superman.
Oh yeah,
like we got to get rid of everybody associated with Spider-Man and only focus on Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, you kids on the podcast that wouldn't notice, but yeah, it's been a while since we recorded. What did you think of the ending of Dark Web?
I vomited. I felt sick. I'm not joking. I was never on board with it. I think it's absolutely. Who approved that?
And again, was it
all that for a cash grab?
And
like,
what
really?
And was it a different writer pointing out the flaw in the story where it's like we gave Madeline Pryor the memory she wanted? It's like, why couldn't Peter just do that with Ben? We had telepaths. The X-Men were there, and you don't have to give him every single thought. You don't have to give him your memories of being with Mary Jane at night. You can give him the most of your
something to go on.
Select the memory.
This is what I mean. Yeah. Like they're turning Peter into a dick, man.
Well, that's the thing when
we've gone through that phase, and it was kind of appropriate when they put him in that phase the 2 or 3 times that they've done it. Right now, he's grown so much as a character. We should not be regressing.
He grows, and then they bring him back, and it's want class.
Like he might as well be in high school at that point after that decision.
When you don't
honest to God, put him back in high school. He's 15 again. I don't care.
You don't have the marriage. You barely do anything with Aunt May or any of that supporting cast. And it's like, yeah, there is no one around to rein him in.
He's been like not seen for like missing in action.
There's nobody to rein him in when he makes these bad decisions anymore. Again, if nothing else, when the marriage was there, Mary Jane was there to say, don't be stupid.
We all know Peter has never been infallible. Literally from his inception, he has never been infallible.
Oh no,
he makes bad life choices.
Exactly.
I mean, he wanted to go to graduate school in that day. Clearly, he makes bad decisions.
He's gonna pay that off on Jameson's salary? Come on.
So yeah, I mean, I haven't really been happy with the direction of Spider-Man for a while, unfortunately.
Like I said, most of the public agrees with us, from what I can see.
I mean, we have a podcast and we have backbend issues, but at the same time, I want to see the character move forward and get better, and he's stagnant, and he's actually regressing now, and it's kind of starting to see.
And again, Marvel, nothing else. I mean, that first time around with the marriage in 1987, you really didn't milk it for all it's worth. Now you can milk it for all it's worth. When it's
hardcover book, you see what Batman did, and they never even got married.
I know. But no, even like you could just say, okay, you guys, we heard you after 15 years. We heard you. They're getting married again.
And that's weird because, the mouse is about family.
I know it.
If anything, I would have thought that Disney would have stepped in and said, "Hey, man, we can get a whole like Mattel line of like Barbie, Mary Janes, and stuff like that." And I'm like so much merch can be milked from it that I'm surprised Disney has. They must have a clause where it's like they only have certain like limited decision making capabilities.
Maybe, yeah.
Disney should have been jumped on that person. But then again, you think about the movies, and he's barely in college.
When Disney bought the company, one of their first things should have been like, you got our flagship character sell his marriage to the devil. No.
Immediate retcon. That should literally have been immediate retcon.
It should have been like, that damn Mysterio.
Exactly. Damn Doctor Strange doing strange stuff.
Hey,
yeah, no. I didn't really want to bring it up. I didn't want to bring that down. But yeah, I really haven't been kind of happy with the direction. You know?
Yeah, no, I no, it needs to be said. It's even
down to that,
I mean, after 20 issues, I think I don't know if it's the next one or one of the upcoming ones before we get to 25. We're finally gonna find out, what did Peter do? Remember him standing in a crater in issue 1? Now we're gonna find out what he did.
Literally don't.
Well, you dragged it out too long, and it's been how many crossovers in between? And
it's they're like I said, this is giving when Superman fell out of fashion.
Yeah,
you remember it was Death of Superman. He came back. We had all those books, all that merch, all that hype. He was in every single book all the time. And even though I love Mary Jane and Black Cat and all that, his side characters getting their own book. Literally, we are literally watching the modern Death of Superman cycle. In real time. And, it didn't end well for Superman. He can't even, you know what I mean? Look at the state of the Superman franchise. It's bad.
Well, learn from Superman at least and bring back that damn marriage.
If anything, I would have thought they saw the success. That's the one thing all fans can, kind of rally to. Well, at least he's married with kids. We want it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, come on, Marvel.
It's been 60 years. We need some kind of growth here.
I ain't talking about the wedding.
Oh, good God. All right. Anything else? No, let's go.
On that whipping note, let's go.
All right. Next week, kids, we're going to do more Silver Sable. Hail from Web Spinners, Tales of Spider-Man 17 and 18, and Amazing Spider-Man 303 with the Todd McFarlane art. So it's
3D.
So I say her, Mary Jane, and Silver Sable. Hail.
Excellent choice, by the way. Love it.
Thank you.
Love that for us.
And then in 2 weeks, we will be talking Gwen Stacy, which maybe will be prophetic. We'll see when May rolls around. But yes, we will be talking Gwen Stacy in 2 weeks. Everything Gwen Stacy. So all the Gwen Stacy thoughts, send them in. And then in 3 weeks, of course, the Bad Babysitters Club is back because Ray and Dave will be here to talk Amazing Spider-Man 416 and Spectacular Spider-Man 238 and 239.
You lads have fun.
Lads, okay. All right,
have fun.
I just love daylight savings time is coming again. So I'll have to get up. I have to get up till 8:30. We won't record till 8:30 instead of 7:30 on a Sunday.
Ooh, hey.
And then I think a few weeks theirs takes effect too, so they won't even have to stay up as late. So
time zone.
I know. It's summer down there, kids. Anyway, all right. Send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, check out our new website for everything. Episodes, social media, merchandise, who's on what shows up there. Charlie Esser. So yes, check out everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. All right. Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk to you about breaking a man's antenna?
In case you're not watching us on YouTube, you can find me on TikTok at Lilith Hellfire 69. Duh.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
Yeah, go check out her social media.
Come on, get your head out of your butt, buddy. Lubricated eels are the best. Yeah, I got that last night.
Oh, kids. All right. Come back next time. Web Spinners, Tales of Spider-Man 17 and 18. An Amazing Spider-Man 303 with that 3D McFarlane art. I believe Mary Jane will probably be in some kind of lingerie. I'll just bet on that.
Or at least a low-cut top.
But until then, swing on back.
Do it. Make it stick.